Hello today. Welcome to the greatest year in music history, the only podcast about the greatest year in music history. I'm John.
And I'm Jen. And if you're new here, we're currently discussing the second greatest year in music history, which is 1995.
That's right.
So today we're talking about The Bends by Radiohead.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. So where did you first hear it or hear a single or anything?
I think it must have been MTV, probably.
Oh.
The video with the shopping cart.
Ah, yes. Fake Plastic Trees.
Because that's very ingrained in my young memory, or in the recesses of my memory, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because it was between Creep and OK Computer.
True.
Yeah. What about you?
Is it weird to say Clueless? I'm just kidding.
No. That's probably accurate.
We're going to talk about that later. Actually, it is. I'm not kidding. But, and I know I already said this in season 1, the OK Computer episode, but other than Creep, I probably heard either Fake Plastic Trees or High and Dry at some point, either on the radio or on MTV.
Yeah.
And High and Dry's, it's High and Dry. That's also in. No, is it Fake Plastic? It's Fake Plastic Trees. That's in.
That's in Clueless, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When she's in the house walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
We can just get into it. I mean, it's one of our favorite movies.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen Clueless, then just turn this. Who are you? Where have you been?
Yeah. If you're listening to this pod, you've seen Clueless.
Yeah. Hard stop. So Josh, the dreaded stepbrother, is visiting from college, and he's playing it while he's like looking for lunch, and it's so classic. Cher's like getting ready, and she's like, "Yuck, the maudlin music of the university station." And then she's like, "Wah wah wah." Yeah,
it's so good.
She calls it complaint rock.
Yeah,
but
is she wrong though?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
So while we're on this topic, I have to admit, this album is pretty like mellow.
Very much so.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's like a profound. I'm probably
the first
saying,
to do it. Yeah, probably the first
obvious.
to say it. Yeah.
But as I was listening to it again, I was like, this is chill, very chill.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a little bit, not just 3 songs. No, a lot of it.
Yeah, most of it, really.
Mm-hmm. But do you think it still rules?
Well, I have a hot take on this record.
Should I sit down?
Well, yes, you should sit down. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't consider this one of their better albums.
Oh, okay.
Personally. Maybe because it's so chill.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's complaint rock. As Cher Horowitz once said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's something about it. I want more oomph.
Oh.
I don't love Pablo Honey either.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is like, if I were to rank all the Radiohead records, I would put this at like the top of the bottom half.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I don't think many of the songs resonated with me as a kid.
Oh.
I didn't have the CD. I don't know, did you?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had OK Computer and Kid A and the other and
everything's
further. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, but I think it still rules because I don't know. Well, you know me. There's emotion in there and I love it. And listening back to it in its entirety this past week, I was like, am I going to cry?
You tell me.
Yeah, I didn't, but I was like, I feel like
Yeah.
I might.
You could.
I could.
Sure.
Which is random. But I was going to ask you about that. What is it? What is it? It's not the lyrics that are making me emo.
Mm-hmm.
Are there minor keys? Are there...
Yeah.
What, like, there's something about it that I'm just like, it just hits a chord.
Yeah. Well, the verse to High and Dry very much has that, it hits a minor key.
Okay.
You kind of get the goosies.
Yeah. Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Interesting. And same with, well, we'll talk about our favorites later. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we'll go down it later.
So in that case, I guess it's not a no skip for you.
Not for me, no.
Which ones would you skip? Am I going to get offended?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's the thing. I've never loved back then, nor when I really got into them first, in college, nor now. Like, I'm sorry, Fake Plastic Trees and High and Dry do absolutely nothing for me.
What?
Absolutely nothing.
Cut it off.
I'm bored.
End it.
I'm just bored.
The podcast is over.
The songs are so long. I don't care. He can leave me high and or dry.
No.
I don't care. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Wow.
I know.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
It's over.
That's okay. Thanks everybody for listening. Rate, review, subscribe. Yeah, I know, and I know I'm the odd person out when it comes to that.
No, I know I'm overreacting, but you might not be. I feel like there's plenty of Radiohead fans that are like, meh.
Well,
too slow, too melodramatic,
I will say though, on a certain day in a certain mood with like a big pair of over-the-ear headphones on, on that type of day, or if it's raining or something like that,
yeah,
I could see not skipping.
Okay.
But if I want to listen to Radiohead, I'm not going to
run to High and Dry.
No, I'm not going to run. I'm not going to grab the Benz off the shelf.
Okay.
When I could grab OK Computer, In Rainbows,
yeah,
etc.
True.
Kid A.
True.
Yeah.
What, it was raining when I got Kid A. I think I mentioned that in season 1. Anyway, okay, fine. Do you have a favorite song then, or no? Because those 2 singles were huge.
That's true. Yeah, I like a lot of the other ones. I like My Iron Lung.
Yes.
And I like Just quite a bit. Those are like the more rockin'.
Yeah.
Just really sounds like they're kind of encroaching on the OK Computer sound.
Oh,
as
right.
opposed to the slower early 90s Brit pop of Pablo Honey that some of the other songs. But then I'm going to be a complete hypocrite, and I still think one of the slower songs, Bulletproof, might actually be my favorite song.
Oh,
it could be because the way the key and I don't know.
Yeah, agreed.
In Street Spirit, I mean,
I know, it's so good.
But to me, I hear that, and I could hear that on Kid A, on Amnesiac, on later albums,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's why those. I mean, also First of all, a song called Bones is just fun.
Yeah.
That also has that kind of OK Computer sound. With really cool guitar riffs.
Yeah.
When Johnny Greenwood gets on one, that's when I perk up. But anyway, what about you? What about your favorite songs?
Number 1 favorite song is Fake Plastic Trees.
Sure.
Not because it was in Clueless, but that does give it a couple extra points. But I've always loved that song, and then listening to it on repeat for the past few days, it still is so good. And I found out a cool little fun fact. So, I guess Tom York went to a Jeff Buckley concert in London. And he said later that concert, Jeff Buckley gave him the confidence to sing in falsetto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if personally or just in general, just seeing him do it on stage. And then they had been toying around with Fake Plastic Trees, but hadn't landed on like a final mix or whatever. Like arrangement, you mean? Right.
Yeah.
And in the studio. And then
gotcha.
I read that after he saw Jeff Buckley, he went back to the studio and played it acoustically, just him. Mm-hmm. And that, according to Colin Greenwood,
yes,
he played it 3 times and then just started sobbing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, hey, that's me.
Yeah. That's good. Was he in a shopping cart?
Also, they were in a grocery store.
Yeah.
He was like, we had to leave.
There's colors everywhere.
Leave the lemons behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Just a little boy in a shopping cart.
Aw. He does look very young.
Looks like a toddler.
I know. Okay, we're going to talk about music videos in a second. But, okay, so Fake Plastic Trees is my number 1 favorite. But I also love Sulk, Nice Dream, Bulletproof. Mm-hmm. Bulletproof is stuck in my head right now.
Nice.
And Street Spirit.
Yeah.
They're all so good. And would somebody agree with me that a lot of songs on this album sound like they could be in a movie?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Totally.
All I hear, especially...
Clueless. What other... No.
Oh,
yeah.
well, Romeo plus Juliet.
Romeo plus Juliet. Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet.
Literally, somebody go put Black Star on. Just the way Black Star fades in, I feel like I'm watching a movie or the opening credits. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely feel that way with Street Spirit.
Same. Yeah.
And a lot of it probably is because of the music video. Mm-hmm. Is like a short film in of its own. I mean, I guess all music videos kinds are short films, but like that one specifically.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into later.
Yeah. Well,
I agree.
We can do it now. Music videos.
Yeah, music video. I mean, so we talked about the shopping cart.
Fake Plastic Trees that one was probably the most played and the most like iconic because it felt a little memorable.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen a music video like that really before.
Oh, you hadn't seen weird neon shopping cart music videos? That's interesting.
No.
At age 10.
No.
Huh.
Weird.
Okay, you learn something every day.
Yeah. Where were they? But so there was that one, and then High and Dry was the one where it looked like it was in Red Rocks.
It's apparently
Morrison,
not Red Rocks.
Right. Where was it? Outside?
So it's called Vasquez Rocks. Oh. It's in California. What's interesting, I think it's weird coincidence that it looks so remote, mm-hmm. but apparently it's only 25 miles outside of LA. Oh. Okay. And then you take Red Rocks here in Colorado, mm-hmm. which looks like a forest / desert. There's not just the rocks, but trails, and there's deer and everything, and it's 15 minutes
outside Denver,
outside of town.
True. Yeah.
But it's really, really similar rock formations that jet out at an angle.
Yeah.
But it's not Red Rocks. Yeah. But that one's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It's just them playing, and then there's some fake rain. Right. Because it is high and dry. So they start dry and they end soaked. Soaked and low. Yeah. See what I did? Yeah, there's a part too towards the end where Tom's really belting out some of the lyrics, mm-hmm. and he looks like he is just completely underwater. Like it looks like, oh my God, when you are in an insane rainstorm, yeah, and he's trying to like sing, and it looks like he's like can barely catch his breath. Oh no. Yeah. But hey, you got to do it for the music video. Yeah. And apparently there was another version
Yeah.
in like a diner or something like that. And it is not on YouTube that I could find.
Nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still haven't seen that one.
Okay. And then is it My Iron Lung that it's just kind of like a live performance?
Yeah.
It's just them on the stage, but it's not actual live. It's the recorded song over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing really.
Right.
I feel like, and I feel like that's one of those where it was a later single. It might have even been the last single released.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like I've noticed that kind of a trend in some of the records we're covering where by single 6, they're like, we can't afford another video. Just like cobble together some live footage, edit it around, make sure some of the vocal parts line up and just call it a day.
Yeah. 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 And then what else was there?
Well, there's Just.
Oh, that's right.
That was where they're playing in an apartment.
Yeah.
And there's like, they're following like a businessman and then he starts laying down.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. But I did have to, I couldn't help chuckling when the businessman is like, he's saying something and they don't have actual dialogue, but they just have subtitles. And this guy comes up to the businessman and he's like, "Why are you laying down?"
Oh,
and he's
right.
like, "If I told you, you'd freak," or whatever. I don't know, something like that. Right. And all these people are like, "Yeah, what are you laying down? Why are you laying down?" And then he bends down and the guy laying down whispers something and then everyone else is laying down.
Oh.
So whatever he said had that much of an effect. And I thought that was funny.
Yeah. The Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the one?
Well, Street Spirit.
And that's the black and white one, right? That's the
black and white. Well, High and Dry is also black and white.
True.
But yeah, Street Spirit, that's the one where it's the slow-mo mixed with ramped fast.
Yes.
With the crazy visuals. So that's directed by Jonathan Glazer, who did Karma Police video. He did the video for that song. I forget the name of the song, but it was by Uncle featuring Tom. Mm-hmm. But then he also directed Sexy Beast, Birth, starring Nicole Kidman, which is an insane movie.
Okay.
Under the Skin with ScarJo and The Zone of Interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that video is an all-timer. I mean, it's just...
Because...
It's amazing.
This is, 95?
Yeah.
Clearly the second greatest year in music history.
That's true.
Maybe 96-ish time era, but...
Oh, like when the single was released.
Yeah. You and I are watching it, and we're like... How are they doing this?
I know, and I've seen my fair share of visual effects breakdowns on YouTube, and there's a lot. And I was even seeing some Reddit forums where they're just like, I kind of don't understand how they were achieving this in 95,
right?
Because it's not like CG.
No,
you're not just cutting someone out and pasting them in over a green screen.
No.
Because everything is way too seamless. Mm-hmm. But I think I think you cracked it.
I'm onto something. It's not double exposure, but it's...
No, I think you're right.
Or that's the term. Okay. So it's not multi-exposure or overexposure or any... Or like...
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think it's the double.
One.
Yep.
And then they shot another, and then while editing, they just put them on top of each other. However, that's possible. But
and because I think I'd have to go back and rewatch it for the dozenth time, which I would never complain about.
Yeah,
because I think you're right, because my memory says that it's the camera's locked.
Yeah,
so the camera's not moving.
Right. On
each scene.
Mm-hmm.
So if you lock the camera and you say like, okay, Tom, get in there and we're going to shoot this one slow-mo of you jump up and down or whatever.
Right.
All right. Now you get out of the way. And now we're going to shoot it at normal speed of someone walking by.
Right.
And we're just going to put the footage over together and develop the negative and then develop it again, the double exposure, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of, like you could tell it would be green screen if it was stuff is going in front of one another and behind one another and stuff like that. It's really just something kind of happens away from something else.
Right.
So I think that's why I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
I also think there's some parts where you can tell they just acted fast and played it back slow.
That's
the
true.
movement's a little weird, or you can tell they're acting slow and maybe playing it back a little slower. But it's so perfectly done, and it's so cool. If you combine all those tricks, you know, like there's a seamlessness to it.
Yeah, there is. Because we were like, how this looks like it's being done at the same time, but one person is in slow-mo and the other isn't. How is that possible?
Right. Or there's a part where Tom is breaking panes of glass next to him.
Right.
And it looks like he's swinging a bat or a pole or whatever at normal speed, but the glass is shattering at slow-mo. But that's the one that where I think he just did it real fast and they played it slow.
Okay.
Because his arms kind of jerk around a little bit.
Okay.
So I think he went like boom, 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 but it's played back boom, boom, boom.
Right.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Jonathan Glazer, I mean, if you watch Under the Skin, that's featuring a bunch of just insanely cool, weird, eerie, almost black and white, almost like devoid of color in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, VFX and stuff like that.
Wow.
That
Too
was
cool.
2015. So obviously there's a lot of CGI, but regardless.
Yeah. Nice.
That's definitely my favorite. I mean, that's one of my favorite, that and Karma Place of like the whole 90s.
I agree. Yeah. Everyone go watch it. It's very cool, especially for 95. I don't remember seeing it on TV.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I remember, watching this just a few years ago on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool. Was that the last of the music videos?
I think so, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Do you have a favorite guitar part? Because I know you mentioned...
Oh, yeah.
You like Bones and Just...
Yeah. Actually, I think the one on My Iron Lung...
Oh, yeah.
It's like one they play... I think it's coming out of the chorus back into the verse, and then they play it a lot in the bridge. It's just a really cool... chunky Johnny Greenwood, you know, kind of as he famously did on Creep. Yeah, that, I mean, Johnny Greenwood's on another plane of existence, obviously. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, it was giving OK Computer vibes years before, you know, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. Cool. We already talked in season 1 about we've seen them live a few times.
Yeah.
It's
3 times?
3?
Or just 2?
4? No, definitely 3.
Definitely 3.
Maybe 4.
Yeah.
I think.
Because we saw them, I guess, quick recap. Because we saw them on the In Rainbows tour. And that was the first time we'd seen them.
Was that the one in Houston?
That was the one, yeah.
And they played Idiotech?
Yeah.
Dude.
And my life changed.
Yeah. Never the same. There was before that day and after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was already 07, 08. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then again, the other time we saw, or the other one I can remember anyway, that was when I think he waved to you as they were walking off the stage.
Yeah. Did we tell that story?
Perhaps. You can tell it again.
Okay, here I go. We either didn't have tickets.
Right.
Okay. But then...
Or it had sold out or...
It had sold out or whatever. But then at the last second, somebody tweeted that they were releasing more tickets. So I jumped on it and I got tickets. But the thing about it is that, they released more tickets. It's because it was like super hardcore side stage.
It's like they released the next like section where you're completely parallel to the stage. You're side stage, but up.
Yeah.
You know, however many dozen rows or whatever.
Yeah. But it was still such a good show. And then because we were side stage practically, but up in the stands, they were coming off of the stage, and I remember just waving like a madwoman.
Yeah.
Seeing if I could get their attention because they were right there. And it worked, and they waved back.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I think that was the King of Limbs tour.
Okay.
Because I remember buying a really cool poster.
Yeah. Oh, it's not up.
Somewhere in this house.
It's somewhere in this house.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Highly recommend. Well, he's on tour with The Smile, right?
Yeah, they've come a few times as a Smile. We haven't seen that.
No.
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
To borrow a British phrase.
Yeah. And we kind of already talked about, it's not their best album.
No.
And it would be in the top of the bottom.
For me.
For you.
Yeah, like would it be insane to do a Radiohead ranking? Could you do that on the fly?
Yeah, I think so. I have them all written down anyway.
Okay.
And I don't remember what I said in season 1.
It can change. That's okay.
Yeah, today's a different day.
That's true.
I'd say Kid A is my number 1.
Oh, wow.
And then, let's see. Maybe. Oh, okay. Kid A is my number 1. Number 2, In Rainbows. Number 3, OK Computer. Number 4, The Bends. Number 5, Amnesiac. No, number 5 is Hail to the Thief.
Okay.
Number 6, Amnesiac. 7, Pablo Honey. 8, King of Limbs. 9, A Moon-Shaped Pool.
That's not too far off from me. I mean, I think I would somehow, it sounds insane, I think I would maybe put In Rainbows as 1. I don't know.
Okay, so
I mean, it's such an unbelievable album.
I think that's what I said in our season 1 OK Computer episode.
Perhaps.
That In Rainbows,
yeah,
and Kid A are practically tied for 1.
Yeah. I think I would go on this day, right here, right now. I think I'd go In Rainbows, Kid A, OK Computer. Then, I mean, I might be alone here. I really like Hail to the Thief for some reason.
Yeah.
So I'd put that next.
Oh, okay.
Then Amnesiac. Then, yeah, Benz, Pablo, King, Moon-Shaped Pool. Although Moon-Shaped Pool and King of Limbs have a couple really good songs, but only a couple.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. On some days, I might even, because talk about overplayed, Creep, etc. Mm-hmm. Like I could put Pablo Honey last, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'll do that. Pablo Honey last.
Okay.
Then Moon, Kings, Benz, Amnesiac, Hail, OK Computer, Kid A, In Rainbows.
Wow.
There we go.
We did it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
This just turned into a Radiohead ranking show. All right. Well, was anything overplayed in your opinion?
I mean, High and Dry.
Wow.
Fake Plastic Trees.
You hate them so much. Unbelievable.
What are you going to do?
Okay. It's fine.
I stand by it. It's all right.
Yeah. You can have your opinion, I guess. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It wasn't for me. I could listen to it all the time.
Okay.
All the time. I just love it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That tracks. I believe you.
Yeah.
Should we get into ratings?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me think. Out of 95, I'd give it a 90.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, it's for me, it's kind of bottom tier Radiohead. Mm-hmm. I never got into fake plastic trees. I never got high nor dry. And nor dry. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'd go like 82.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say 77.
No. I
was going to kick you out.
No. Who would stop the recording? Yeah, no. I mean, still in the 80s, but like low 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe an 8. You know what? I'll say 80.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
In this moment. Maybe I need to listen to it more often. Who knows?
Yeah. Real quick final thought. If you're still listening, anyone, when this airs, it'll be 5 days shy of its 30th anniversary. So
crazy.
If you celebrate.
Yes. For those who celebrate.
No, but
wish the Bends a 30-year.
Go listen to the Bends, watch the music videos, especially Street Spirit.
Yes.
It's so good. But yeah.
If you can find behind the scenes information as to how they shot Street Spirit,
send it
it our way.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my final thought. Happy 30th birthday, the Bends.
Yeah, happy 30th birthday. And thanks everybody for listening. Make sure to follow us on social. Search at Greatest Music Pod on all your favorite social platforms of choice.
Yeah, and tell us what you think of this album as you listen back to it. We'd love to hear from you. And give us a follow and a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Pocket Casts.
And stay tuned for next week, where we'll be covering Collective Soul's self-titled album.
Yes.
See you next week.